big man ting, smash a like button and subscribe. So obviously, most of my boxing dons who stay in the loop, you'll know that Tyson Fury rocked on Good Morning Britain, clout chasing AJ after the Pulev fight. Yeah? Fury ain't had a fight for years gone by. But he finds himself on Good Morning Britain after AJ's fight. And he's not only on Good Morning Britain, he's on there giving it the hammer. Oh, yes, well, Anthony Joshua, he didn't dare call me out. Oh, not a fighting man. He's not a religious man, not a Christian man. Oh, yes, Anthony Joshua, he's too stiff. Oh, I'll knock him out in 4 rounds. Oh, AJ, him and Eddie Hearn don't want to fight me. Giving it all that and, oh, hey, Eddie Hearn, AJ don't want to fight me. Giving it all that good talk. AJ, Eddie Hearn, for the last week, and AJ's now recently did an interview on IFL TV confirming what we all knew. Listen, AJ said, I'm not interested in talk. Let's get the contract signed. Now, I've given you 2 little data points there. YB, what's this got to do with the price of eggs? Well, what do we know? Fury, rightly or wrongly, finds himself on Good Morning Britain and he's doing the most talking. AJ already done told him, I ain't interested in talking. Let's get it in. Let's get the contracts in. What do we know now? AJ comes on IFL TV. How long after the fight? It's been about 2 weeks. 10 days since the fight. And AJ saying, well, I've contacted his team. I wanted to get this done by Christmas. And some of his team... Fury's gone silent. Fury has gone radio silent. All of a sudden, Mr. I want to be all in the video like P. Diddy disappeared. Where's all that energy gone? And this is what I was warning you, man, about. Now, maybe it does get signed. And if I'm wrong, I'll come on here and say, you know what, boss, I was wrong. Fury was on it. He was on it in public. And he was on it in the background. But at the moment, my man gone silent. There ain't no more video. Like, given how public he wanted to make it, AJ's a silent person. He's never been all in the video. But since Fury wanted to make it public, why isn't he? And I'm pretty sure Fury's done this before, you know. Got a contract out and said, look, here's my contract and all. You know what I mean? All that goofy contract stuff. Where's the goofy contract stuff now? I want to see the Fury contract bravado now, please. Please, Fury, show me your contract. Show me your... You know what I mean? Let's see some of that. Don't go silent now. Because it's one thing AJ being silent, he's always silent, but since you took it upon yourself after the Pulev fight to come out all on the video and say AJ don't want it and oh, I'm not sure if AJ's team want it. I've got another video coming soon, Brendan the Shill Sharp on there, oh, Fury is the best fighter ever and I just hope that Eddie Hearn I just hope Eddie Hearn will stop protecting AJ. Fury fans believe this, or everyone believes this rubbish. And AJ came out today and said, number one, as I mentioned earlier, he said, listen, I told my team to get this done by Christmas. That's what he did do. Fury might be all in the Good Morning Britain video. He ain't telling his team to get it done, is he though? AJ said, secondly, not only is my team getting it done by Christmas, that's their orders from me. Also, I said I ain't in the talking. 50-50, let's get it done. So again, AJ's the one, always the one. Eddie Hearn's like AJ made it clear. My team's the one hunting them down. Ain't no one coming hunting me down for the contract, and that's the thing. He said it straight. He confirmed it straight. My team are the one who have been given instructions. My team are the one trying to contact their team. So there's some of their teams in this country, some of their teams in that country, all over the place. Just messy. Where's Fury in his big mouth getting this deal done? Where's Fish Eyes? Why ain't Fish Eyes all about the place on the IFL TV interview saying, oh, we got the You ain't heard a peep, have you? What we have heard is AJ gave his team instructions, by the end of Christmas I want it wrapped up. Orders out there. Most importantly, AJ said, I'm not interested in all the extra stuff. 50-50. Too clear. I can work with that. As a fan, I can work with that. AJ wants it done by Christmas and is happy to do 50-50. Where's Fury at? And this is AJ. AJ ain't really into talking. I want to know where Fury's at with that. Because I ain't heard nothing. Fish Eyes is awfully quiet, isn't he? Because they was all talking after, oh, I'm not sure AJ wants it, and oh, you see how he didn't like to call me out. Now AJ seems happy to do a deal by Christmas. That leaves it 2 days. I wonder why. And AJ only did the interview yesterday, so that tells me that his team were given the orders about for the last week. And from what I implied from AJ, it doesn't seem that fruitful. Because he said, like, I told him to do it by Christmas, and it's now he could be saying, yeah, it's in the works. But instead he's saying, I told my team to get it done by Christmas, and it seemed iffy to me. It didn't seem like it was clear. There was clear progress being made, given the December 25th instructions. Maybe it wasn't December 25th exactly, but this, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but I didn't get the idea that this was all moving along nicely. Because AJ is still saying, yeah, well, if Fury wants it, it'll get done. Because I said 50-50. I don't want to mess around. So it still feels to me like it's in that initial stage where there's very little talks going on. Because why would AJ need to specify about 50-50 for? If they were in negotiations, you'd think there'd be further, that would have been already washed over. There wouldn't be a need to bring that up again if they were deeper into negotiations. And that really sums it up. And AJ said it the best. I spent years chasing all these bum dudes around, really looking for smoke. Wilder came out, eventually it came out in the wash that I did want Wilder. And all the time, Brendan Sharp, AJ and Eddie Hearn protecting him from Wilder. Now it's Fury. Protecting him from Fury. Wow, come on, guys. Come on. I just want to know where this Mr. Big Mouth's at, if the truth be known. Because you was all in the video when no one didn't need you to be there then. Mr. Oh well, I'd love to come to the fight, but I'm training. Oh yes. And then, oh well, I'm on Instagram now at 1 o'clock in the morning, giving it a big one on AJ. Oh, AJ tall stiff. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't be Billy Gruff on Instagram. You could have pulled up there. And that's what, listen, the Oracle called it. The YB already done called it. I'm a level 99. Yeah? For you RuneScape dons out there, I've got the cape on. I've got the skills cape. I'm a level 99 logical don. I can work things out. No one's been able to explain to me yet. How can you pull up to Wilder in New York, years, 1,000 miles away, but you can't come... And this is the fight you're meant to really want against AJ. AJ's meant to be the big stuff bodybuilder who robbed your belts, as your dad likes to say. How can you fly all the way there to New York to pull up on Wilder, but, I'm training, and you haven't even got a fight booked? You had I'm pretty sure Fury had the Vlad rematch booked when he flew out to go and stick it on Wilder. Fury's got no fight booked, and he couldn't go a few hours drive to go and stick it on AJ. Premium diamond seats courtesy of Ern Hearn. You couldn't pull up, no. Oh, no, you couldn't, but you could get on Instagram and you could get on Good Morning Britain and talk about, I'm not sure AJ wants it. All I need to know is I need IFL TV. Do half your job right now and get Fish Eyes on there. Let's see what it's. I've got a feeling. I'm going to call it now. The next Fish Eyes interview you see is going to be all sheepish, I reckon. He's going to be all making excuses, if talking about it at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Fish Eyes tells him, Coogan, don't ask about the AJ fight, because I've got nothing positive to say, basically. And if I have to say something on it, it's going to expose us for not wanting the problems. AJ exposed them. If you listen, if you read between the lines, it's exposed them. And I hope I'm wrong, I really do. But it's never, all this stuff never just adds up, does it? Could never have just added up. Oh, the fight's done. No. I can't pull up to I can't do the ring showdown, and oh, well, I can go on Good Morning Britain, and like, AJ, I'm not bothering with 60-40, I'll give him 50-50. AJ, I told my team, get it done this week before Christmas holidays out. AJ, I'm not into the talking, let's get it done behind the scenes, let's just get it get something going. Fury, on the other hand. Oh, that's the other AJ point. AJ. Yeah, I'm sure Fury wants it. Fury is a fighting man. Do you notice the difference? What does Fury have to say about AJ? Oh, AJ don't want it. You can just tell some people are serious, yeah? The points I've heard from AJ are serious points. He's not sitting here calling Fury's character into question, even though, guess what? Fury's really got the questionable character out of the two of them. Let's get something straight here. And out of the two of them, the questionable character comes from Fury. Because his team, I've never heard his team running around the place chasing AJ's team trying to get the deal done. Have you? I've never heard Fury's team agreeing to take less money than they deserve to get the deal, just to get it done. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always Hearn. It's always the onus is always on Hearn and whatnot. It's amazing. I remember when people used to chase Floyd Mayweather for the fight. Do you remember that? He'd be the lottery ticket these days, and that just really goes to show how shook these people are. People was chasing Floyd around because they knew, yeah, if I lose, it will be a boring points loss. And no one's too sure about losing to AJ. When you lose to AJ, your back gets blown out in front of your wife. Yeah? You end up getting cut in front of your wife. That's what does happen. So anyway, like the title of this video says, now you've done all that, and this is the problem, you see, people aren't that smart. If Fury was that smart, he'd have thought about it and thought, you know what, since I'm not going to the fight, since I don't really want this, let me just kind of hang around and bring the Wilder fight back up. Oh yeah, that reminds me, don't forget what I called. I'm telling you, this Wilder fight, Fury versus Wilder 7, is going to happen. That's the next thing. Oh, they're going to pull it out of the bag. That's going to be the cat out of the bag. And Fury's going to come out and say, oh, well, I'd love to fight AJ, but I've got responsibilities and, I've made obligations. That's what's coming next. Guaranteed. This old chestnut, the boring Wilder rematch. And then all the Fury fans watch. They'll come out and say, oh, no, this fight makes much more sense. And, this is the real unification fight anyway. That's what they'll say, I swear to God. That's what they'll say. And they'll make, AJ didn't want it anyway, because look how he didn't call Fury out. Oh, that's how they'll spin it. I guarantee you they're going to spin it that way and make out, we couldn't get the AJ fight done, so we're going to have the real unification fight with Wilder. I called it. You've heard it here. And if I'm wrong, I'll rock on here and say, you know what, Fury, fair play to you. You did the talking and you did the walking. So far, like AJ, all we've seen you do is do the talking, as it pertains to AJ. Is Fury happy to spread Wilder's cheeks? Absolutely, but there's levels to this game. As AJ also pointed out, Fury knows them uppercuts, yeah? And need I say more? He knows them. A little too well, if you ask me as well, if the truth be known. The way he talked about them uppercuts in that interview, it seems to me like they was on his mind. I talked in my other video about AJ's ex-girlfriends. Yeah, AJ stays in all these chicks' minds. He stays in there heavy. AJ's broke all of these chicks' hearts. I'm telling you now. They all just lay there at night thinking about him, about the way he busted. Trust me, when you're a certain type of man and you blow the cheeks out a certain type of way, you're one of them. You're what we call the memorable dons. Yeah, a memorable don is one of them dons who a woman can be 4 or 5 relationships down, and at night she's laying there thinking about that don. Yeah, that's a memorable don. That's the kind of don AJ is. All these people, Pulev and Parker, they just lay there at night just thinking about him. Trust me, I'm telling you now. Same with Fury, just thinking about that. Just thinking about that sparring session and how AJ caressed the cheeks. And no doubt,